while the Nazis are coming, meaning Trump supporters, but the Nazis are coming, and that to a distressing extent is the crux of the argument being mounted by some of those who refuse to obey the vaccine mandates. On Sunday, a group of them even showed up at the Bronx office of New York. The state assemblyman Jeffrey Dinowitz with yellow stars of David affixed to their clothing. For those idiots who don't know, beginning back in 1939, the Nazis had required Jewish people to wear such stars with the word Jew written on their clothing for easy identification, and any Jewish person who didn't comply risked imprisonment or execution. So it's jarring to see stars of David sprouting up as a symbol of vaccine mandate resistance, but it seems to be happening everywhere, from Dinowitz's office to a hat shop in Nashville to Oklahoma, the Republican state headquarters in Tulsa to a hearing room in Topeka for a church, or to a church near Tacoma, Washington, and there the state lawmaker Jim Walsh explained his decision to wear the star thusly. It's an echo from history. In the current context, we're all Jewish. We're all Jewish. No, we most assuredly are not. And what I mean by that is that what we are is a nation where some of us have lost their fucking minds, and to say nothing of their capacity to give reverence and respect. And there are 6 million quite obvious reasons why this use of the Star of David is repugnant. Indeed, an act of astonishing moral idiocy. It's hard to even imagine the suffocating narcissism it takes to resist taking a shot by evoking an epoch that saw a population the size of Greater Atlanta murdered. And here's the paradox of it. On the one hand, these people, most of whom we may safely assume would call themselves conservatards, go about liking themselves to victims of Nazi oppression. On the other hand, we are seeing more and more people also calling themselves conservatards embrace tactics reminiscent of, wait for it, Nazi oppression. As in the 2 school board members in Spotsylvania County, Virginia, who came out in favor of burning, and not banning, but burning books, just as the Nazis did when they consigned Helen Keller, Albert Einstein, Ernest Hemingway, and other un-German thinkers into public bonfires. Consider the former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn's declaration that the United States must only have one religion under God, which is consonant with the Nazis who sought by law, by guns, and by Zyklon B gas to wipe a disfavored religion from the face of the earth. Then there's the 18-year-old Franklin Shekresh, a student at Texas State University who was arrested for allegedly setting fire to a synagogue in Austin. He was basically arrested 83 years ago, almost to the very day after Nazis burned, ransacked, and looted synagogues all over Germany, in a bacchanal of cruelty called Kristallnacht. And all of that was just over the last week or so. Last month, the American Jewish Committee released a sobering study. It found out that anti-Semitism is on the rise. Only 1 in 4 American Jews reported anti-Semitic incidents, and 4 in 10 saying fear has caused them to change their behavior. And now there are people parading about wearing the yellow stars to show what victims that they think they are. Actually, they're cosplaying at victimhood, using its icophony and hoping that others will feel the same and feel sorry for them as they do for themselves. Imagine being a Holocaust survivor or the child of one and seeing that horror trivialized so. Contempt is the only proper response, and these self-obsessed whiners are co-opting pain that doesn't belong to them, and they're leaving new pain in its wake. So, if you like the video, give the video a like and subscribe to my channel, RBW King, and also hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified when a new video comes out, and thanks for listening.